welcome. This is my new kitchen. Lots has been going on. I'm still kind of trying to wake up, and I'm not talking very well right now, so I'm exhausted, and that's okay. It's good. There's been big changes for me, and my family, and I'll just say that everybody is well. It's something that needed to happen for quite a while, probably. We did our best, and now it's a new chapter. So I am in the process of moving into an apartment, and I've got a lot of junk, and it's been good. I've been cleaning things out, purging things out. But I thought that I would bring you along for me learning how to set up my studio in my new place. I have always been, well, recently, past few years, I was in the formal dining room of our house, and very, very blessed to have that space. It was a large space, and I had it filled up. And I am going to be moving all of my things into my bedroom. So I just thought maybe you guys would be interested to see how that goes. Maybe we can find out some new ideas. We can learn together. I'll share what I figure out, and if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff, and I'm just here in my little kitchen. I've got all sorts of junk behind me. Got a lot of the kitchen unpacked yesterday. I think packing and unpacking the kitchen is like the hardest job of moving. And we have moved a lot. We were Air Force. At one of the bases we were stationed at, we lived in 2 different houses. So we actually ended up moving a total of 4 times just in the 3 years that we were stationed in Little Rock. So we moved to Little Rock, had to go to apartment, then finally moved on base. And then we were in a 2-bedroom, and then I got pregnant, and then we had to move into a 3-bedroom. So anyways, yeah, I have moved a lot, packed a lot. Kitchen is always the hardest. And I love to bake. I love to cook. I've got a lot of stuff. So I am trying to get all of that. I got to figure out where to put all that stuff. But yeah, I'm in my kitchen. I just kind of poured a little bit of coffee. It's already noon. I overslept today. I am adjusting to being on my own, which is a big deal. My husband has the kids this week, and it's the first time I've ever been away from him. So we need to move on from that subject, or I'm gonna get emotional. They're good. It's just been a learning experience for me, and I know it'll get easier, and I know I'll have good days and bad days. So yeah, I was okay until I started talking about that. So let's move on. I'm gonna flip you around, and I'll show you where I'm going to be, where my space is gonna be. I don't know if I already said this, but yeah, new book, new chapter. It's good. It's gonna be all right. Everybody's good. I'm okay, and yeah. So I'm gonna swip you around, and we'll go see my new space. So the first thing I had to do is get my coffee. This is my wonderful little Corning. Well, I guess it's not little. My Corningware percolator, because you know there's nothing better than the sound of coffee and a percolator. So that's what I grew up with hearing. So as soon as I unpacked that, I knew that I needed to use it. I had not used it in a long time. So, all right, let's go see what we got going on here. The other thing I set up last night was my record player, and I'm really excited about that. Okay, so my bedroom. Yeah, here we go. So this is where my studio is going to be. This is all studio stuff from the other house. So basically, if you see any boxes, yeah, that's where full of studio things, and that we got to figure out where to put. So the first thing that I did, the biggest decision that I had to make when moving from my house to here, was what to do with this thing. It's huge. I think it's like 7 feet wide, or long, whatever. But I have a ton of china. I have both of my grandmothers' wedding china, and just tons of things. And this was actually down in the basement of our other house. We didn't even have it out upstairs. But I decided that I would use it to put some of my studio supplies in. The biggest thing, my biggest concern with, there you go, hi. My biggest concern with moving into my bedroom was that I wanted my space to be, well, it's my bedroom, and I want it to be calm and peaceful. And I just did not want to have it messy in here with my studio. And usually I am pretty obsessive about keeping my work area clean and tidy. But you know how it is. Art stuff is everywhere, and it just starts piling up, and it's hard to keep it to look organized and nice. And that for me is a really important thing that I needed to consider with having my space in my room. So originally, whenever I first got things in here, I had my bed right here. The whole time that after I knew that I was going to have this apartment, I figured that I would have my bed on that wall, and I would have my work table here in this corner. So the only bummer about that is that the space from the corner here to the wall is a lot less than how long my countertop is that I work on. And so I was going to have to cut it to make it fit. So my first night here, was my second day here. I just had my second night here. My first night here, I had my bed on this wall, and to be honest with you, I struggled sleeping. I don't like having my back exposed. It's weird. And if I'm sleeping by myself, and I haven't slept by myself in 28 years. So I struggled sleeping that night with having my bed, kind of out in this area. So the first thing that I did yesterday morning when I woke up was I moved my bed over here in the corner so that I have the wall beside me. I just need to have the wall beside me for comfort. That's just the way that I am. So I actually kind of like it over here. And after I moved it, I also realized that, well, first of all, I can put my work area right here. It totally fits. I don't have to cut it, so I'll be able to keep it the length that it is. I think that it might be an 8-foot long countertop. Whoops, I accidentally shut you guys off. It is just a countertop that we got from, a home improvement store. So I believe it's 8 foot long. And then I have 2 cabinets underneath that it just sits on top of. It's not connected, so it's completely movable. But now it will totally fit there. And the other thing that I like about having it on this side is that when you walk by my room, when you walk by the door, it's not the first thing that you see. So you'll see my bed when you walk by. My area is now going to be kind of tucked over here on this wall, and I just think that I'll like that a whole lot better. So that's where it's going to go. I don't have it yet. I'll be getting it today. It's still at the other house. So I've got my Hutch buffet here that I'll be moving things in. I have 3 bookshelves that I had at the other house that I had a lot of things in. I think I might only put 1 in here, and probably just right here along this wall. I think I'm going to put the other 2 in the kids, 1 in each of my kids' rooms. I don't want it to be super, super cluttered in here with furniture. That's another thing that I just don't want. So I think I'm just we'll put one there, and then everything else is going to go here on this. Since it's open and glass, I haven't really decided what I'm going to do. I would like to maybe have some sort of nice looking, just some sort of containers to have things in, since it's going to be seen. It does light up, which is kind of cool. Here. So it does light up inside, which is kind of neat. So if I could display things in here, you know, in a nice, pretty way, I think it would actually look really, really, really cool. So, but it has, you know, it has quite a bit of storage space. So that's going to be the biggest thing to be moving into. I'm really anxious to get started unpacking things, but I would like to have all of the furniture here before I start that, because it's just going to be, I know it's just going to be chaos. And I just don't want to have stuff everywhere. I have everything right now here is in my closet. So this is where all of my boxes are for my studio. So here we go. Here's my closet. And all of this stuff is all of these boxes. Hopefully there's nothing like, I don't know what else in here. Things just kind of got shoved in here quickly. So all of this is from my studio. And I believe there actually still might be a couple more boxes in my living room. I know I have a couple more of these at the other house that have collage things in them. I think maybe 2, but they're tall. They're like stacked up pretty high. But yeah, I needed to just have kind of all this stuff put away instead of having it all out and in here. It was getting a little overwhelming for me to just have all the boxes piled up all over the place. So it just kind of helped me a bit to have that stuff put in my closet until I'm ready to kind of start working on it. I don't do well. It's funny because I am not by any means someone who like is a neat freak, clean freak, but having a lot of things like around me, a lot of the clutter, it just, well, I guess it kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety. So it definitely shuts me down. That's another reason why I'm wanting to keep my area nice and neat and tidy, because I don't work well when I can feel just a lot of clutter around me and behind me. I have no idea why I'm like that, but I finally kind of figured that out. I can just feel the messes around me. So I had to put all that stuff in the closet until it's time for me to deal with it. But that's kind of where I'm at for now. I think I will just stop here, and whenever I get my stuff, hopefully later this afternoon. It's 12:16 right now. I overslept this morning, and now I feel really behind. So yeah, I have not been able to go to sleep at night, just partially because I'm anxious to get things put away, and so I've been staying up until past 2 probably, just trying to get things put away. And just like I said, it's just been an adjustment being here on my own. So I was up this morning around 6 and then kind of fell back to sleep, and I woke up at 10. So yeah, it's been a lot, and we will just kind of take this day by day. I don't know if I'm gonna do this every day. Well, for now, I'll do this every day, and we'll go from there. We'll just kind of see. So I'll be back as soon as there's something here. So then things will get exciting. So that's my space. That's where I'm at right now. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. So that's my space, and that's where I'm starting. I it's going to be a huge job. I'm really excited to get this set up. And I know it's going to be good for me just to go through things. I don't know if I'll really get rid of that many things. I don't know if I really need to. I had kind of, like I said before, I'd kind of gone through and purged out quite a bit of things that I wasn't using and wasn't needing. I actually just donated a ton of things that are going to the Goodwill. I still had all of my old scrapbooking decorative scissors that I've been collecting since like 1997. I got rid of those. I had all my punches, just things that I've been carting around forever. I finally let go of those, and which was good, and it felt good. And that's kind of this whole process right now it's been making me look at all the stuff that I have, which is quite a bit. I love bakeware, I love glassware, I love vintage dishes, and just in general with all of this stuff, with clothes, just everything. I've been looking at all of it, and I would not say that I'm recondoing everything. I did go through all of my clothes a while ago and got rid of a bunch of clothes, and actually I had to get rid of a lot of things because through a lot of this with this past year, just with stress, I have lost a lot of weight, and just nothing was fitting. So it's been quite an adventure this past year, and yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoy this. If you're interested in me keeping this up, I don't know if I would do a daily vlog, but I don't know if anything is interesting enough with me to even share that, what's going on. I guess I'm just going to be learning how to be everything right now. Everything is new. Every single thing that I'm doing is new right now. So main focus right now is my studio. I need to get that set back up, because that's everything. That's like, well, it's not everything, but you know what I mean. It's important. It's very important. So I will check back in with you guys after I get my work area table. So I'm just waiting to get the countertop and the 2 cabinets that go underneath. And then I have a few other black carts there that have, pretty sure they have like ephemera in them. I know I have several stacks of magazines that I should just let go of those, but that's hard for collage people to let go of magazines that when I use them so much for everything. But yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well. I know there was more that I was gonna say, but I accidentally overslept this morning. I've been not sleeping well, needless to say, and I kind of fell back to sleep this morning and woke up at 10, and now it's 11:30, and I feel like I wasted half of my day. So I'm trying to get myself going. But yeah, I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. Alrighty.